3 years of Apex Legends. Wow, that went by really fast. And I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge this very important date. And I wanted to talk a little bit about how things were then, how things are now, and just looking forward to the future. I want to keep things very casual today, just a chat between friends about the game that we love, just a few things that I've experienced throughout the years that I'd like to share with you, and hopefully you can leave me a comment and let me know how your experience has been. So let's get into it. The lead up to releasing the game. It was maybe like 6 months before we launched Apex Legends that everything, it was like all hands on deck. You know, everybody was pulling their weight, firing on all cylinders. Everybody felt extremely passionate. I cannot stress that enough. It was so much fun working on this game. It was like getting together with your friends in an afternoon and be like, dude, let's go hang out, let's go make a game, let's go play together. And we would go into the mocap stage and bounce ideas around and just play off each other's energy. And I've shared a few of my mocap sessions. You've seen how much fun they are. And I think this came from every department, not just animation. You could feel that everybody was very passionate about what they were creating. People were very excited to show what they were working on. We couldn't get enough of the playtest. They were scheduled, but every now and then people would sneak in a session or two outside of the regular playtesting. And that was so much fun. You know, when something like that happens, it creates an energy that you can feel throughout the studio. When it was time for a playtest in the afternoon, people would dump whatever they were doing. They would sit on their computers, they would play. Some people would wear some people would wear headphones, and some people would have speakers, and you could hear this machine guns and the RE45 and the R99 and the flatline. You could hear them all over the studio. It was like a war zone. It was like literally walking around the studio, and there was a war zone happening around you because everybody was playing. You'd hear grenades and you'd hear people screaming and laughing, and yeah, it was extremely fun. And it was probably one of the funnest times I've had working on this and leading up to the release. We knew that we had something special. We didn't know we had something this special to this magnitude, but we certainly knew that we had something that was very special, and we couldn't wait for the community to be able to play it. And then came the weekend before the release. And it was one of those times that it was very panic-inducing for me. I believe there had been a leak or something had gotten out, and somebody had seen like a Bangalore character selection screenshot that was like low resolution. It was like an older build or something, and people were theorizing online and stuff, and we had wanted to keep this so secretive, and we had been working so hard and trying to keep this secret for so long, and then this leak happened, and it was like a gut punch. It really was. It was like that's all I could think about for that weekend. We wanted to make this very surprise drop, and now it's ruined. And of course it's not like that. It's not as dramatic as that, you know. But at the time, after working on this for so long, keeping it a secret, and then something gets out, it was heartbreaking a little bit. And then everybody gathered in the studio the day of the release, and the stream started. And it was one of those things that you are excited, but you're also terrified, you know, because this is the thing that you've been working on for so long. And now it's about to go into the world, and people could love it, people could hate it. It's really terrifying. It really is. I think few people can understand how terrifying and how exciting those moments are. And lo and behold, people start to like it. People start to download it. People start to play it. And they start to comment. And the Twitter feeds start to get filled with, you know, the first impressions. And everybody in the studio, there was this crazy energy of Christmas morning. It's difficult to describe. Everybody had a smile on their face. Everybody had like their eyes really wide open, like you haven't slept for days, which maybe some people hadn't. And people started to pour in, and before you know it, 1 million players were playing our game, and we just could not believe it. We would stare at those screens in complete disbelief. And I remember this very distinct moment when the numbers kept going up so quickly, and I turned to the director and I was like, dude, what's happening? Were you expecting this? And I remember so vividly, he turned to me and he's like, the plan is working.
The game award for best multiplayer game goes to... It's a lot more difficult to open up than you think. Apex Legends.
Since that day, more and more people have been added to the team, and they continue to be added to the team. Lots of new talent, lots of new energy, lots of new ideas, and now we're 12 seasons into this game. And I honestly feel like we're just getting started. It's been such a learning process in every aspect. And for me, it's been an extremely humbling experience to be able to put something out that I know for sure people are gonna pick apart. And they're going to post it on Reddit and they're gonna comment about it. So internally, we're like, dude, you better fix that, or you better pay attention to that, or don't forget about this, because you're gonna end up on Reddit. And it's kind of like an internal joke, right? It is a little bit terrifying to be under the microscope all the time. And at the same time, what a privilege. What a privilege it is to be part of this team. You know, some people know my background and know that I come from a small town in Mexico. Thinking about making games was sort of a fantasy, right? It was more of a dream than an actual job that I could have one day. And yet, here I am, working for one of the biggest companies in the world and one of the biggest games in the world. And the stuff that I create today, the stuff that I'm working on my computer right now, will be released shortly and will be seen by millions of people. That is extremely humbling, and it is truly a dream come true. And if there's anybody out there that's wanting to join the gaming industry and you're feeling discouraged because you're thinking it's too difficult, it's too lofty, I'm never gonna get there, I'm here to tell you, you absolutely can do it. It is up to you. If I can do it, you can do it too. This industry welcomes everyone from every corner of the world. There is a place for you. If you believe in it, you can make it happen. Lastly, I just want to say thank you so much for playing Apex Legends and for joining on this journey with us. There are some really cool things ahead of us that make me really excited about the game. And if I'm excited about things, there's a pretty good chance that you should feel excited about them too. Until next time, take care guys.